Where you at, Berto?
This will destroy the streaming industry. Let's get into the video. Video by Omeezy.
Anytime you see a clip of some drama where it got a kick or steak logo on that motherfucker, do your research.
I will now be suing every clip that is posted about me that is with a steak logo that is out of context to try to get hate on a situation that is not even happening. And then I see all these idiots in the comments, oh, Lacey this, Lacey that. How could Lacey do this? It's not real, bro.
Oh, no.
Oh, this doesn't look good.
The worst thing I hate is you go on TikTok and it's a false ass caption that just did not happen, and everybody believes that.
Yes.
We've all fallen victim to it. Have you ever been scrolling on your timeline, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter? You see your favorite content creator, favorite streamer. You see an outrageous caption with some sort of gambling logo on it. And then when you watch the clip, it has nothing to do with what was being said. Like the clip will say something like Duke Dennis talks about the AMP members and says that he's leaving AMP. But then when you watch the video, the caption and the video itself don't sync up. Right now, I think I just uncovered the biggest problem with the streaming community and the thing that's actually gonna cause the streaming bubble to burst. Clipping culture has become this necessary evil in the clip community. It's something that has birthed a lot of people's careers, but it's also something that is overinflated egos, made people think that they are more relevant than they are. It's honestly divided a bunch of different communities, and it's also creating these fake and false narratives about people that are ultimately painting them in bad lights. In 2025, it is no secret that clipping is an essential part of the content creation journey, especially for those streamers. Think about it, with all the marathon streamers that are going on, with all the different streamers popping up on a daily basis, there's absolutely no way to keep up with the content that is being pushed out, especially with the volume, unless you are consuming clips. Thus, this very robust ecosystem of clip culture was birthed. Clipping is essentially where you take short moments, viral moments from somebody's stream, cut them up, place them on different social media platforms for other people to consume. And by way of doing this, you make a lot of money as somebody who is sitting behind the keyboards clipping up other streamers.
A lot of these make, like, it's a that clip my and on a car, pays bills, everything off TikTok.
You know, we've had the craziest month ever, chat. You know what's crazy? We owe the Clippers 750K, I think. It's like 2 plus billion views. I've never done that in my life, ever.
Too
Craziest
insane.
month we've ever had.
Oh my God, guess how much I owe my Clippers for this month? You will not believe it. They're owed 950K for 1 month.
What are we talking about?
Bro, what?
Oh, that's a lie. You're lying. You just lied to my face.
What are we talking about?
Who pays that?
It's safe to say that the industry has gotten so big. It's to the point now where the Clippers themselves are starting to reap so many benefits that they're making more money than the streamers that they're actually clipping. In fact, I've seen more articles and more publicity about the Clippers themselves as individual entities as I've seen about the streamers that they actually clip up.
Anthony Fujiwara is turning short video clips into serious money. Cecilia De Anastasio reports that his LA startup Clipping runs a huge network of contract editors who cut YouTube videos into viral moments for stars on TikTok and Instagram. Fujiwara first started editing when he was just 16, a high school kid in LA pushed by his parents to start earning money his own way. Now the company pays creators up to $1,500 per million views. And
Hold on, man. Y'all got my ears perked up. Maybe I'm in the wrong industry. Let me find out. All I need to do is start clipping Casanet. Y'all know I like money. Hold on, man.
charges clients thousands a month. Altogether, it's already pulled in about $7.7 million this year. And the client list is massive, from Mr. Beast to top record labels and big podcasters. Clipping is a reminder that going viral isn't always luck. Sometimes it's engineered.
That last part she said is gonna come in handy later. But I'm pretty sure you've also seen those videos. Some guy with a Lamborghini, some guy with a Ferrari, somebody with some sort of luxury car telling you that all you need to make your money is 5 minutes, your phone, and CapCut every single morning. But there's a problem with this sort of methodology when it comes to becoming famous. Now, for the most part, creators are extremely happy with the concept of people clipping up their content. Ultimately, it gets them more views, and a lot of people even think that their career is owed 100,000% to these clipping firms, these clipping pages, and these clipping agencies getting their face more and more visible out there.
Like to shout out are the Clippers.
Oh.
The Clippers are the reason why everyone's blowing up. The Clippers are the reason we all have followers. If we did not have clips of anything, most likely we wouldn't have
Be as big like this.
be here. So shout out to all the Clippers.
Who the fuck is watching these guys?
I feel like if I wasn't doing YouTube, I'd
like them just formulating that sentence showed me they have zero personality. Holy.
probably be doing something like that because like I want to stay like tapped into the internet.
I'm gonna teach my little brother how to
Wow.
That'd be sick.
And he's fuck, man. Dude's gonna make hella money.
Yeah, but I mean, they're doing a great job.
I get clipped every day. It's people that's making $20,000-$30,000 a month clipping me.
But I don't think a lot of content creators really understood the gravity that these clippers hold. See, these people started propping up these streamers based on the backs of their clips, meaning that they could paint narratives, sway people's mindsets behind them, and ultimately really create the culture, thoughts, opinions, and feelings about a certain streamer solely based off of the clips that they make. And when you incentivize going viral, it creates this system where people are just trying to go viral by any means necessary, even if that means they're being very disingenuous about things.
Oh! So if you haven't been paying attention, one of these kick pages put out this bogus story about Dante trying to say that he grew a right, and the story is completely false. This page didn't even do a good job. This is like you could tell from a mile away this is fake. This girl has nothing to do with Dante. She was actually talking about 9 Vicious. Why would you even put this tweet out? And the crazy thing is, he's gonna keep it up. These kick pages are cancerous, bro.
Yo, real quick, if you like making money, I need you to watch this part of the video. If you don't like making money, then go ahead and skip it, but that really should be none of y'all. I know you guys have been seeing me promote this new app called Free Cash, and the big talk of the town is
this a scam, Berto? What is this?
Well, look at this guy and this guy, all people from our community that are making money through the Free Cash app. The link is in the description. Even one person from my boy Astro Dior's community made $1,000 using the Free Cash app. I know it sounds crazy, but yes, you can make free money while playing games on your phone. But let me break this down in a very clear way for you guys so you know exactly what's going on. When you sign up for Free Cash using the link in my description, once you're in, you're gonna see a list of games pop up. You download them, you play them, you beat the levels, get to the certain requirements that they tell you to hit. And once you get there, you're gonna get some credits sent to your account. Every single time you hit the requirements, you get paid real money. And they make the process so easy that you can cash out that money into your PayPal or even gift cards. And yes, it is completely free to use. Now, there are some options where you can spend a little cheese to get through the level faster, but you don't need to do that. The reason why this is even possible is because these games are trying to get new players onto their platform. So they pay Free Cash to pay you to get people to play the game. Now, I know I showed you a crazy example of somebody making up to $1,000, which it's possible, but realistically, it might take some time. This is just an easy way you can make an extra 10, maybe 20 bucks, just doing something that you guys probably do for free anyway. So if you're gonna be bullshitting on your phone playing games, why not get paid? So if you've been on the fence, this is your sign. Click the link in my description and try out a few games. And when you make your money, take a screenshot and send it to me, bro, because I want to see y'all make that cheese. Because if I'm winning, I want to make sure y'all winning too. I love y'all. Y'all know what to do. Link in the description, and you're gonna get a $5 bonus using my shit. Now let's get right back to the video. Where you at, family?
Shout out to Nizzy for the commentary there. And let me introduce to you the page KickChamp. KickChamp is a page that is, for what we believe to be, funded by and backed by the platform Kick. Now that stuff is alleged, but you know, we're just saying alleged to protect ourselves here. But all in all, KickChamp is a Twitter page with 150,000 followers to its name. And the way that it's been able to push culture over the past couple of years is quite impressive. Not impressive in a good way, but impressive in a bad way. See, KickChamp has ultimately admitted that they make a lot of money on the platform.
What's like a good month of X? Like, how much you made in your best month?
Okay. The most I made was like 20K.
Yeah, GG's. Ain't like we. Wait, Aiden, we're done, bro.
But you see, the thing about these platforms like KickChamps or DGen Clips or whoever they are, they know that hate fuels the fire and ultimately gets more traction than the positive. So they'll go out there and intention.
Positive never, like, hate always spreads. Negativity always spreads way more than positive shit, bro.
And purposefully drop misleading clips, misleading hate, all these different things in order to make sure that their clip goes viral over anybody else's clip so that they can ultimately get paid. Hell, when KickChamp was on Aiden Ross's stream with Cuffham doing that interview, he intentionally said, hey, I make hate clips about Kai Cenat just because I can. He literally said the only reason why he does these mean and hateful things is because Kai Cenat is racist and only lets black people in AMP.
I post a lot of positivity.
No, you don't, bro. No, you don't.
Let me move my camera, bro.
I only post Kai hate because Kai is like, he's racist.
What?
How is Kai racist?
Yeah, where do you get that from, bro?
Because he only accepts black people into AMP.
Who is this little fucking nerd?
He denied you because you're white.
Nigga.
What are you?
Aiden Ross is not trying to get into AMP.
What? That's the reason why you hate Kai? Because I'm not in AMP?
Yeah, it's just like, it's multiple things.
That's so parasocial. There's a couple of things wrong with this. One, he is just flat out and just straight up wrong, right? Kai Cenat, a non-foundational member of AMP, only letting black people into AMP. It's just a silly notion, especially because too, at the beginning of AMP's inception, when the planning was going into the group being founded and started, Aiden Ross was one of the first calls. I know that that's some deep lore, but Aiden Ross was a first call on that list to join the group. But Kickchamp revealed something that we knew to be true. They put out misleading text, they put out misleading quotes, they put out misleading videos and captions and everything in order to get people to believe this hate narrative. Even if there are these community notes that Twitter puts out on the page, the damage is honestly already done. I want to show you an example. This is DGen Clips, a copycat clone of Kickchamps, and is one of these streamer pages that honestly spreads negativity, hatred, and misguided clips throughout the community to create further division, etc., etc. Now, look at the caption that's placed in the video. J5 had to get a second job because streaming wasn't working out.
What?
He needed to do that in order to get his first house. Now, you would think that this caption is associated with this clip, so J5 is going to talk about his second job, but listen to the exact words that J5 says in the clip.
Real shit though, on a serious note though, chat, we did just get approved for a new house, man. We just got approved for a new house. You know what I'm saying? Finally, after fucking looking for so long, we finally got approved for a new crib, man. I will be getting out this fucking hellhole, nigga.
Now, you're probably asking yourself, when did he talk about needing a second job? When did he say streaming wasn't working? He didn't. But there's two types of people who consume this content, and some of them are just caption readers. So now they're running around with the narrative that J5 is falling off, streaming isn't working, etc., etc. And now they'll run with it. Meanwhile, this person racks up a bunch of different views. And this cycle has happened again and again and again and again on these Twitter pages, TikTok pages,
That's
Instagram
crazy.
pages, or whatever the case is.
This is blatant lies. Like, you're not even clickbaiting with just a little bit of authenticity. It's just like, this is just a lie. Flat out lie clickbait. This is like back when you can't do this on YouTube anymore, but if you were to, like, I don't know, type in how to make an omelet on YouTube and then you click it and it's fucking Soulja Boy. You dun dun. This is like complete bullshit.
Maybe because of a few reasons. One, these content creators know that they need these clippers in order to push their name, their brands, and their narrative. Two, these clippers know that they can make a lot more money being disingenuous and, you know, spreading hatred and negativity as opposed to telling the truth and being, you know, genuine about what's going on. And three, there's this new gimmick and this new collusion that's going on where these clippers are teaming up with these gambling sites in order to put their stake advertisements, their rain bet advertisements, their whatever advertisements all over the place. And in order to get a good ROI, they're then putting those negative captions on these videos and everything's being boosted and inflated.
I'll see stake logos above my head. I don't know if you know this, when there's a stake logo or a rain bet logo above your head, they get paid per impression or per 1,000 viewers or per 10,000 viewers. Yo, if you get 1 million views on this TikTok and you have a stake logo, we'll give you $500. That's basically how it works. Not true? I mean, it's something along those lines.
Now you're probably asking yourself, Omar, isn't this a violation? Well, yeah. That's why earlier in the video, Lacey was saying that he was looking to sue and take some sort of legal action against these clips.
It's probably gonna be so hard to actually like go through with that though, because a lot of these people are faceless.
Because they're basically using their likeness in order to boost said clip, which promotes this betting app to get people more addicted and hooked to betting, because it looks like Lacey is endorsing it, Ron is endorsing it, Kai is endorsing it, whatever streamer out there is endorsing it. You see the nastiness? You see what's going on here? But it goes even further than that. If you remember when Kai Cenat and Aiden Ross aired their grievances out on the TL, one of the things that Kai Cenat mentioned is how the communities surrounding both of them are very toxic and very nasty, and they're, you know, going back and forth with each other, fueling these narratives, making the streamers believe, hey, there's something going on, and I don't necessarily like that.
I told him this before anything, so I told Aiden, I said, bro, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, bro. The reason why I've been distancing myself, bro, was because like this is what happened on the phone at 4 a.m. and I should have told you, but like in my mental state, I wasn't in that mode to be ready to be on stream and like just ready to think. And I told him, I said, bro, let's be real. Anybody who's been in this community since 2021, since the comparison's been starting, let's be real, Aiden, your community don't fuck with me. And that's the truth, gang.
Now, there are a plethora of reasons as to how Aiden's community, Kai's community, whoever's community gets to the place that they are. But one of the big reasons is because these clippers and this clip culture has fueled negativity and hate. And it doesn't make it any better when allegedly streamers are paying these negative, nasty clip pages to put out this harmful rhetoric. That leaked screenshot of Aiden Ross saying that he would pay Kickchamp, the same Kickchamp that came on and said, hey, I put out these nasty racist things towards Kai Cenat. is really disheartening. Now, I will say this, Aiden Ross has seemingly cleaned this up, said that he did talk to Kai Cenat about this and said that everything was squashed.
Talk about the leaked messages. I'm not gonna lie, Kai hit me. Kai hit me about that. He was upset. Like, Kai, I literally told Kai straight, I was like, bro, if you really think I would pay Kick Champ money to put out shit on you, you're out of your mind. It was about the reveal shit. He didn't hit me back, but I just want to clear that up for people that really think that I would pay money to Kick Champ to spread weird shit. When Kick Champ blocked me and he was posting shit about me and I had to pay to get it taken down, and Kick Champ, I told you, I dropped my lawsuit with you. I'm not suing you no more.
But even in that explanation that Aiden Ross gave, he opens up an interesting conversation. Is it really worth it to have these clip pages? And do these clip pages have these streamers by the balls?
Clipping. I think they do, bro, because it's like, again, without, there's a bunch of negative bullshit, but to a degree, regardless, all publicity is, I wouldn't say good publicity, but it's publicity nonetheless. So ultimately, if you were to take all the clip pages away, if content creators didn't allow people to clip them and whatnot, and maybe started like getting that content removed, they're gonna see a huge drop in viewership as well, bro.
Things crazy too.
Yeah.
They're paying all the clippers now.
Yeah, they are.
So you don't have to pay your clippers anymore.
I'm still gonna pay them.
Why?
I don't know.
I saw you owe like 200K this month.
Yeah, I mean, why are you washing my pockets, bro?
I seen it Starlet. They posted it.
I do.
So that's crazy, bro.
It's all right, bro. It's worth it.
Neon, I don't even think that you believe that. As an outsider looking in, I understand that clipping is necessary when it comes to creating content. But that doesn't mean that these people aren't taking advantage of these streamers. You have to remain in these clippers' good graces and pay their wages, or else you'll be subjected to bad clips being put out about you. You could be the next targeted person. You could have the next hit piece. You could have the next lie be told about you just because you didn't go to the right platform, you're not hanging out with the right crowd of guys, or hell, you're just the most viral thing right now, and it's cool to put out nasty clips about you and what you do and the content that you create and who you are as a person. A lie travels 2 times as fast as the truth does, so they don't really care about you. They just care about the money that they're making. And some of these creators are paying a lot of money. But ultimately, what's the end goal for all this? After hearing how much Neon...
I don't think there is an end goal for a lot of these guys, man. They're just young people trying to make money, you know, and honestly, man, I never did nothing as slimy as this, but I'm thinking about myself when I was just a young nigga trying to get money, bro. Early 20s, early teens. Like, I didn't really give a fuck about the next guy. I didn't really give a fuck about who it affected. And I'm not saying that that's the right mentality to have, but that's a lot of that's a lot of the mentality that a lot of young people take on. Like, I'm just trying to get my buck. I don't really care who it affects. And I think that's what it is. It's a lot of these young guys getting into the clipping game and just spreading these negative narratives for that cheese.
Spent on streaming in a singular month. Ron posed a great question about the outcomes and the overall end goal as to what paying all these clippers can do for you.
See, that's the problem though. The biggest problem is motherfuckers are taking streaming and turning it into something that it's not. If you want to do that, go do that somewhere else. I'm going to be honest with you. It's agree and I disagree. I think the problem with streaming right now is everyone's trying to do too many clips to the point where streaming isn't becoming streaming. The whole point of streaming to me is engaging with my community. You're like, people are worried about companies seeing you making like whatever it is, and I get it. It's all a business at the end of the day. But at the same time, it ruins the fundamental of why you want to become a streamer.
And Ron,
yeah, and I think, you know, for me, when I'm streaming, it's like, that's the main thing. Obviously, I want the accolades and be big and do all the cool stuff too, but it's like, bro, this is the first time where I feel like I can interact with my community in such a unique way where it's just like, okay, being a YouTuber, you know, you spend a lot of time, you make the content, you edit, blah, 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 you do it, you post, and yeah, you get to see the comments, but there's just something so unique about having that interaction in real time with your audience, getting to read their feedback live. Literally, like, it's gotten to the point where I feel like I'm talking to y'all in the same room, like we're just chilling. So, you know, I definitely can agree with that. But again, bro, just like anything else, just like everything else in the world, you can't make everybody happy. And people are going to do what they want to do regardless, man. And that's where it's like, it's cool to have these conversations. I'm not saying that we shouldn't and just ignore it, you know, but I don't see where this turns around and is like people are going to start moving with more respect. Like, nah. Niggas are gonna keep clipping and putting shit out of context into oblivion, and it's only getting worse. I mean, fuck. This is kind of shifting the conversation, but look how crazy this AI shit's getting, bruh. It's gonna get to the point we're not gonna know what the fuck is real and fake.
Has some valid points there. Are you building an actual audience if the only way that you're known for it is the clips? Do people know you? Do people continuously watch you? Do they, I don't know, watch your YouTube videos of these clips, the longer form version? Do they actually come and tune into the streams? Are you able to then put out merch? Are you able to, have lines at TwitchCon of people that are endorsing you? Or are you just another highlight reel on my doom scroll while I have my 30-minute lunch break from Walmart? The only thing they know about you is the fake comment that's being put at the top of the Twitter caption or on the Instagram reel. Now, Neon did have some interesting rebuttals to what Ron was saying in the conversation about why these streamers spend so much money on clipping.
This is why I don't think that's true, because companies, right? Companies, are they watching streams? Are they going on Twitch looking at streams, twitch.tv/neon, twitch. Whatever? No. They're seeing the clips. They're scrolling. The executives, they're scrolling. They see the shit come up on their phones. Collabs. You hit up someone. They're not, fucking Kevin Durant's not watching a Twitch stream, right? He's seeing clips. He's like, oh, this dude's funny as fuck. Let me bring him on. Or let me do some shit with him. The clipping industry is bigger than ever, and the Clippers need to get more respect for making careers. The Clippers made my career, right? They made my fucking career, bro. No one sits down. The idea of sitting down watching streams is starting to die out, and it's more about scrolling. They want to see quick shit. Their minds are fucked. the world is so cooked. I'm the same way.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. There's probably a bigger the person that is willing to sit down and watch a stream is a very certain type of individual. You know what I mean? So but I don't think that it's like dying out. I think that's just always been the case. The type of individual that's willing to sit down and watch an entire stream has always been the minority. And especially with, TikTok and the short form content getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So there's probably always going to be a majority of people that are willing to watch short form. But I think the individuals that are willing to sit down and watch an entire stream, that's always been the minority.
Wait, motherfuckers are scrolling every second, right?
Now, Neon does make some valid points there. Kevin Durant isn't watching an entire stream, but I do have to give Neon some pushback. And this isn't any hate directed towards any of these streamers, but I'm going to say what a lot of people aren't saying. A lot of streamers' careers are propped up by these clippers, and without any sort of clipping ecosystem, they would crumble, they would collapse, they would fall. They don't have any true or real fan base. Meaning, if these streamers don't then pour exorbitant amounts of money into this environment, into these clippers, then they won't be successful.
And that's why it's always good to just, as a creator, you need to build your own foundation. You know what I'm saying? For me, for example, I blew up doing YouTube animations. That is my foundation. That's what most people know me for. That's kind of how I got my big start. A lot of people, Cosnat's the biggest streamer, but without him ever streaming, he was already a very successful YouTuber with over a few million subscribers. You have to build a foundation, bro. And I think that's what it comes down to. DDG is one of the biggest streamers right now. Again, huge content creator, huge YouTuber, been had a following on YouTube. Not to obviously he's way more famous and successful now because of streaming, but take the streaming away, he was already solidified. So it's always think about the foundation, bro. Don't try to shortcut and just pay your way to the top. And, obviously it's working for some people right now. But again, like Omizi said, you take that money away, you can't pay these Clippers no more. You can't keep them happy anymore. Do you have real fans? Do you have a real support system behind you? If you don't, what do you think is going to happen?
One clip that talked about the article surrounding the clipping culture with the Anthony guy that I showed earlier in the video. When she said that social media isn't necessarily luck, but it's engineered, that's what a lot of content creators are ultimately seeing in 2025, is an engineering and manufacturing of their success and their fame. And once you start to take swipes and bites and looks at these apples hard enough, you'll realize there's some truth to that. The botting scandal from earlier this year, when people switch platforms, they lose massive amounts of viewership. And then when you see people not running certain clip campaigns or being next to certain people, their views plummet. At some point, you would think that these content creators would become big enough to where their own audience would then clip them, or people who are just generous enough knowing that they can make enough money from their face value and their cachet and all that stuff would clip them without needing to be funded by these streamers themselves. But with an entire manufactured career, it just isn't going to happen. And again, this may come off as shade, but I don't mean anything towards it. You can tell when somebody's career is manufactured. You would think that someone like a Neon who has has almost 1 million subscribers on YouTube, is one of the biggest streamers in the world, would have, you know, more YouTube video views? Or, I don't know, people like busting down his door to meet him when he goes to a convention. Some of these things just don't add up to me, and it all screams manufacturing. Now, manufacture a career if you want to, but ultimately, I do think that this clipping culture that we established in the streaming game is detrimental for a plethora of reasons, and I honestly don't think it's sustainable. That chase for virality is something I've seen before, time and time again on the internet. And ultimately, what happens to people that don't build communities, real fan bases by building like good content, reaching out to them, being personable, etc., is that ultimately they die. Not literally, they don't die for real, but they end up not being relevant after they can't fund this endeavor anymore. Somebody comes popular and knocks them off. I've seen it happen in radio. I've seen it happen in television. It's gonna happen in streaming.
I mean, it happened to the music industry too, bro. It's pretty much, it's like kind of like the industry plants. And some industry plants are able to convert the manufactured audience into real fans, but some aren't.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look too easy.